Dub in the middle, Dub!
Five-hole, baby!
Across to Giblin. Giblin walks around one. Had a guy
Oh!
in front. Shot!
Yeah!
Score!
You betcha!
Fremlin!
Fremlin!
Now feeds it on over to the professor. Professor on in.
Got
Hansen
him.
in.
Yes!
Score!
Yes!
Hansen! On across to Fremlin. Fremlin makes the blue line here. Quick shot.
Ooh.
Nice blocker. Oh my goodness! Out of mid-air! You got to be kidding me! Call ESPN. That was unreal.
Hello, Hudson hockey families. This is Coach Strappin, and I'm wishing that we would be here under different circumstances, but we are not. So we are here at a virtual banquet, I guess, that the Blue Line Club is putting on, and we thank them for that. Just to go over our JV season recap here. We started off our season a little bit slow. I think coming into the year, there's a lot of newness to everything, new coaches. Even our returning JV players is new for them. Typically going into a season, you'd like to see, they kind of take on the leadership role, which they did, but there were a lot of new things that they had to deal with as well on their own, and with new systems, a new way of kind of doing things, new terminology in terms of things like that we throw at the kids. So I think that kind of lended itself to us starting off a little bit slow this year. But I really liked how we came on. The kids bought into what we wanted to do and what we wanted to accomplish, and we had some good wins. And we also, we even tied Matamidi this year. So we were 0-1-1 with them. Even the game we lost over in Stillwater against them was a close game. There was really only one game where we were blown out, and I believe that was in the Hurt Brooks tournament. So there are a lot of successes. The kids have a lot to look forward to. Their end of the year meetings, we also had, met with every student athlete, and we told them, this is what our expectations are, and really in the end, it's all about their compete level and being able to sustain that throughout the whole game. And this is a big change. A lot of JV kids are first time high school, and it's every day you're at practice, not just every other day or maybe every third day. So it gets to be a bit of a grind, and they kind of learn how to work through that, but also keep up on their studies. And they did pretty well with that. But I'm looking forward to good things next year. I think we have a lot to look forward to here at Hudson Hockey, and just want the kids to work out this summer and do the things they need to do and come into next November ready to go, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hello, and thanks everyone for joining, all the way from the players to the parents to the community, family, friends, whoever's tuning in to watch. Thanks for joining. This is the celebration of the 2019-2020 Hudson Boys varsity hockey team. As we all know, we're in strange times right now, but we'll figure out a way to make this fun, and I hope everybody can get some enjoyment out of it because we have a lot to celebrate today. To jump right into it, I want to get into and say some thank yous. I don't think people understand how much goes into the production of putting together a season for these players to allow them to be successful. So there's some special thank yous. I want to make sure that everybody that's a part of the Blue Line Club gets recognized, and thank you. So everyone that's a part of the Blue Line Club, we appreciate your efforts, and it does not go unnoticed. I want to thank the rink managers, Bob, Dustin, and Rachel. I know we bothered you guys quite often changing practice times, but we appreciate you guys being right there for us. Bus drivers, Roger Drewski, thank you for everything that you do. I know the guys like, your pedal to the metal driving style, and always getting us there safe. Media relations, Ken and Todd, you guys do a fantastic job. I know everybody enjoys listening to you guys, so keep it up, and hopefully you make me look good during this production as well. And everybody that does the score boosts, the penalty boxes, Chris Dove, Brian Burbach, we appreciate that volunteering effort. And then finally the parents. There's too many names here to list off, but you guys raise great kids, and thank you for trusting us with their development. And finally, my coaching staff, Aaron, Ryan, Davis, and our goalie coach Brock. You guys make the long nights worth it, so thank you very much. we're going to hop right into a season recap. Like I said before, we had a great season. We got a lot to celebrate, so let's take a trip down memory lane here. To start, I hope everyone's making positive memories and focusing on what you can do right now and not what you can't do. I know life's not normal, but we have to adjust and establish a new normal. There's so many things to celebrate and to highlight from this past season. However, for the sake of time, we'll focus on the season recap, individual accolades, and our seniors. So to hop into it, just like most seasons, you start the season not really knowing what you have, who you have, and where you're going to go. So we as a staff made things very clear to our players, and we asked them to compete and to bring their best every single day. We knew if our young men gave each other those two things, they would have the chance to achieve the 3 goals that we laid out in front of them at the beginning of the year. That's to win conference, to win sections, and to win state. That's an expectation around here, and that's what we hold our staff and we hold our players to. We started out the season slow, going 4-3 in our first 7 games. Most of that was contributed to having a relatively young team. And what I mean by that is, we may have had 8 seniors, quite a bit of juniors, etc., but we didn't have a lot of guys that logged serious minutes and, more importantly, played in high-pressure situations. We rebounded quickly, we matured quickly, and we rattled off 11 wins in a row, which we were playing some fantastic hockey during that stretch. And during that stretch, we captured another Herb Brooks Holiday Classic, so that was banner number 1. I always talk to the guys about hanging banners because that's the way you get remembered. So we accomplished that, and that was pretty exciting. And then we eventually finished the last 17 games 15-2. That's a hell of an accomplishment, and it positioned us right where we wanted to be to accomplish our first goal. But I'd like to take a second and highlight the 2 losses that we did have, because when you're playing really well, winning can mask some of the issues that you have. But the 2 losses that we had, we lost 3-2 in overtime to Matamidi in their barn. And after the game, their coach came up and said to myself and the rest of my staff, "You guys should have won 6-2. Not a bad consolation prize coming from the eventual Class A Minnesota State champion. So I think that's a building block, and we can gain confidence off of that. And then the second loss we had was to Eau Claire Memorial, again at their barn, and I think we outshot them 47-17. We ran into a hot goalie and deserved better there. But we were playing fantastic hockey. But I think let it be a lesson to us, and we deserve better, but like sports, the best team doesn't always win. After we finished the regular season, my staff and I had many private conversations about us really liking our team and thinking we could make a serious run at state. We wrapped up the regular season with a great win against U School. I want to get into a couple of stats to talk about the season. We finished the regular season as conference champs, and there was no doubt who the best team was. We finished with a record of 19-5, scoring 128 goals, which averages out to be almost 5.5 goals a game. We gave up 36 goals on the year, and that averages to be 1.5 goals against. So, those 2 stats are saying, hey, we play some very good team hockey. We put the puck in the net, and we keep it out. So that's a testament to our defensemen, to our goalies, and our forwards. And then a couple other ones. We had our PP clicking at 27.5%. That's right where we want to see it. Most coaches say you want to see it above 25%. So, and then the one that I'm not too happy about is our PK finished at about 88%. But man, we scored some big goals on the PK down the stretch. So next year, let's get that PK percentage up. We finished the year, checking that first box. We got to check the box of the conference championship. And let's take a second to soak in and acknowledge that accomplishment. I think winning a conference championship tends to get overlooked, especially in a place like Hudson, because here it's expected. But believe it or not, it happens less often than you think. Especially, I want to say thank you, especially to the seniors. You should be proud of this accomplishment. This is something you'll never forget, and the community won't forget it. And as long as this building stands, that banner will hang from the rafters. So congratulations, and from my staff and me, thank you for your effort, and you guys deserve it. All right, moving on to the playoffs. We were voted unanimous #1 seed in the toughest section in the state. And I'm going to back up that statement about toughest section in the state. We had 5 or 6 of the top 12 rated teams in our section. Maybe that's the WIA saying we don't want Hudson down at state anymore. But, I think we deserved it, and we proved it to everybody. However, our staff, I remember sitting in the meeting room, the war room, talking about how we're going to manage what's said online. The social media platform. We know our kids follow that stuff and watch that stuff and read that stuff. And I can't remember who said it. Maybe it was Davis, but he said it doesn't matter who gets put in front of us. We're going to play them, because when we play at our best, we're really tough to beat. And it sure turned out that way. Game 1, Spash. The boys were super prepared under the leadership of our seniors. We took it in stride and dominated a dangerous Spash team. We beat them 5-2. Then in our final home game in front of a packed house, we had Onalaska. I think Onalaska was a team that had a chip on their shoulder and something to prove to the state. Super confident, etc. But again, the boys said that you guys are still, punching up in weight class. And they took care of business again, winning 5-2. And I couldn't have been more happy as a coach that the seniors got to win at home and got to win in a big way. And that everybody got a chance to be a part of it was super important for us. And I hope the seniors got a chance to really enjoy that, and I hope you guys never forget it. And another thing, it was just awesome to watch you guys handle that pressure. There's a lot of pressure playing at home, especially against an Onalaska team that only lost 1 time. They scored a ton of goals. I think they're one of the highest scoring teams in the state. So it was awesome to finish that way. But hey, we won the first 2, and it was on to the sectional final. And in the way the state was laid out this year, it was really like the quarterfinals of the state tournament. We can't fully accept that because it's just not the way it was, but in a way you could say we did make it to state for the 5th year in a row. We all know how this one ended, so I'm not going to go into detail on it. We got dealt a tough hand, and we came up 3 posts short, is my summary of that game. But I think it's important for us to understand and take a lesson out of this. And that lesson is every time you pull that sweater over your head and it says the H on it, or it says the Hudson down the crest, you're going to get every team's best. We're known as a good program. We're known to have good players. We're known to make run at state titles. And we're going to get teams' best shot every single time. So let's learn from that. Let's remember the sting of that and use it as motivation this summer. But thinking back on that game, sports can be cruel because we didn't win. But nevertheless, this is why we play it. We play it for the chance to compete, for the chance to win, for the chance to leave it all out there. And there's no doubt that all 20 of you guys did that on Saturday, February 29th, 2020. So, boys, I just wanted to say thank you from myself, from my staff, for your hard work and a good season. Before I jump into the underclassmen individual accolades, I just wanted to make sure everybody understands that even though these 3 players are going to get recognized individually, this is a team game. And all of us had a part, especially you players had a part in helping these guys accomplish these accolades. So let's make sure we remember that we accomplish this together. Now on to some individual underclassmen accolades. And we'll start numerically with the man between the pipes, the man behind the mask, number 1, Alex Ripplinger. Coming off major surgery, there was doubt if he was going to be able to perform, at his standards. But there was no doubt that he answered that. I would have to say he got over it after the Breck game in the Herb Brooks Holiday Classic. He was confident, ready to play, and the team saw that, and the rest of the conference saw that. He posted a record of 17-6, a 1.56 goals against, and just a touch over a 90% save percentage. And he was named to second team all-conference. Congratulations, Rip.
Thanks, coaches, for that. So I'm looking forward to next season with the boys. Going to be a good run, I think. Hope to get out to state this year, come back for some revenge on Chippewa. And really a great last season. I'm excited to get moving again, get the ball rolling, get back on the ice. Hopefully we can do that as soon as we can. So one of my favorite memories this year was definitely going down to Wausau and beating them at their home ice. I think one of the most cool parts about that game was when Prater dove in front of the net and took one off the head. That could have been a pretty good, or that would have tied the game up for Wausau if he wouldn't have done that, so that helped a lot. And I had a lot of good memories this year with the boys, especially beating Onalaska at home in the playoffs. And hope, like I was saying before, hoping to get some revenge on Chippewa next year and bring it home for the boys. All right, so you underclassmen, you better get working because we got a long season ahead of us for next year. So keep working out, hitting the ice as much as you can when we can, obviously, but keep your confidence level up there and just keep working hard. Be ready for next year.
On to number 2, Max Giblin. He also had a great season. He logged a ton of minutes for us, played in all of our games, was a big part of our success on the back end. He was named to all-conference first team, and he was also named to all-state first team. When you're named to all-conference and named to all-state, that does all the talking for you. So I'm not going to get into all the extra details on Gibby. You had a great year. Can't wait to see what you bring for next year. Congratulations, Gibbs.
Thanks, Coach. I'd like to thank my teammates for helping me get this award and my coaches for putting me in great positions to succeed. And I'd like to thank my mom and dad for always supporting me. One of my favorite memories from this year is having Mir score 4 goals in the championship of the Schwann's Cup tournament. I thought that was super funny and great memory of mine from this year. It was a great year this year. Looking forward to another great year with the boys. Got to work hard this summer. We'll be back.
The final underclassman that we're going to recognize here is number 9, Sam Ross. The roster says he's 5'8", 135 pounds, but this fighter punches well above his weight class. Myself and the staff often referred to Sam as the straw that stirs our drink. He has a compete level that is rare to find in high school players, and it shows when he plays. And it was also recognized by the conference. Sam, congratulations on second team all-conference.
Never forget some of those memories. We had a lot of close games this year, really tough battles. Wausau West, one of them, when we beat them 3-2. It was one of my favorite games of the year. I've been playing with these seniors since Squirts. I've made so many memories with them, and I appreciate every single one of them for what they've done to help me or just friends we've become. I'd also like to thank my parents. They've pushed me throughout the years be a better hockey player and a better person. Underclassmen, all of us, we have to be working out, doing stuff every day this off season to be better for next year. And I can't wait for next year to come. It'll be really fun.
Again, congratulations to those 3 individuals. This message right here is for all the underclassmen and all the returners coming back next year. So pay attention if you haven't been prior to this. The past is in the past, and success is built by setting goals and preparing to meet those goals on a daily basis. Do not come up with reasons for why things can't be done, especially today. You could come up with a million reasons for why you can't get outside and train, or be frustrated with the lack of things to do. But find ways to get your training accomplished. There's nothing else to do right now, so you might as well train. And if you need a little extra motivation, ask yourself this question. I wonder what Chippewa, Eau Claire Memorial, Wausau West, Notre Dame, Matamidi, Verona, what are they doing right now? Are they coming up with excuses for why they can't get better? Let's make sure you're not the individual that's making that decision and that choice to come up with reasons why you're not going to train and get better today. And the final thought I want to leave you with is the work you put in the off season, how much better you get in the off season determines what kind of regular season you're going to have. You're responsible for making yourself better. Nobody else is. So let's make sure we get out there and let's get it done, and I'll see you at summer camp. All right, on to our seniors. This is what we're all here for. This is a big reason to celebrate. These individuals gave us everything they had. I'll try to lighten up the mood a little bit. I know I've been a little bit serious here, but I'm just trying to make sure everybody gets the respect that they deserve. So, I wonder if the coaches have a little side pool or a little side bet right now, if I'm gonna get a little emotional talking about these guys. But we'll see what happens. Even though it was our first year, coaching staff for these seniors, with this group of 8, I connected with them really quick. I knew I had a good group of leaders, and it makes it much easier to be a coach when your seniors buy in right away, and all 8 of those guys did. Like I said, they trusted a first-year coaching staff with their final season, and they were tasked with getting this team to state for the 5th year in a row. Suffice to say, that's a burden very heavy from the very beginning, and it didn't get any easier starting the season 4-3. So thanks, guys, for buying in, and we saw that right from the beginning. Even though we started 4-3, this group dug in, embraced their roles, and led by example. They competed every single time they got on the ice and set the tone for our team. I don't think there was a day that one of the seniors wasn't the first guy on the ice, and one of the seniors wasn't the last guy on the ice unless I kicked them all off. So when you have seniors getting out there first and seniors getting out there and staying out there last, that sets the tone. That shows our underclassmen, that shows our younger guys what it takes to get better. And that's not anything that we as coaches told them to do. No, they were doing it right away, and I love to see that. And to turn this into a life thing too, if you guys take that mentality and you apply it to college, you apply it to trade school, you apply it to whatever you're doing after this, it's going to go a long ways. So I'm glad to see that, and I hope you guys continue to do it. Like I said before, each one of them embraced their role with purpose. They tried to take on that role and be the best that they could within that role, whether it was something they wanted to do or not. They said, look, I'm going to be unselfish here. I'm going to do what the team needs. And that's why we had the success we had this year. They created a locker room, a bus environment that guys wanted to come to every day. They showed up to have fun, but they showed up to work hard too. And as a head coach, I think I kind of pride myself on hard work and fun. And those guys embraced that, and they did a terrific job. This group of seniors carried the Hudson hockey torch with honor and dignity. So with that said, here's our group of seniors. To get it started here, number 4, Harvey Dove, the man with the silky mitts. He can dangle you in a phone booth. Very proud of this young man. He matured beyond his years in his senior season. He's a 3-time letterman, a 2-time conference champion, a 2-time sectional champion, went to state 2 out of 3 years, is a state champion and an all-conference honorable mention in his senior year. Congratulations on a great career, Dove.
Thanks, Coach. This season was a very good season, one of the most fun I've had playing hockey my whole life. And I felt like our whole team was close. Like, we had a few team parties, and those were fun. And also, like, all of my best friends were on the team. Like, I didn't have any best friends that didn't play hockey. So we all grew up together playing hockey for 12 years or whatever it was. And I'm going to miss it a lot, but I know that I'll see you guys next year at the Collie playing for a state championship. And just like this season, we made it to the sectional final, but next year you guys are going to win that and make it to state. And there was a lot of fun games like Superior and Matamidi. Yeah, like just a great year overall. If you didn't play a lot last year, that's only motivation for next year. Like, I didn't play a lot sophomore year, and then I skated like all the time in the summer and worked out, and then I started playing a lot. So don't get down on yourself if you didn't play this year, because next year I'm sure you'll play way more. Playing against Superior, they're not really in our section anymore, so you want to like wipe them out like we did this year. It's like 7-1 and 4-1, I think. Those were good. They were terrible. So next year you gotta, I don't know, like take it to them, I guess. Just destroy them every single game. And then our section is way harder now. So playoffs are going to be the same deal. There isn't going to be an easy game at all. They're all 3 or 4 are going to be hard. And you don't really want to miss a chance to make it to the state by taking one of those games not very serious. Yep. And next year you better make it to state, because I'll be there. I'm sure all the other seniors will be there too.
On to number 7, Jacob Johnson. Mr. Reliable, I like to say. The staff and I could always count on Jacob to do the right things and to step up when his number was called, i.e. the SPASH game and the U School game. He had great games to end his regular season and to start the playoffs. He's a 2-time letterman, a conference champion, and a sectional champion. He played 35 games for the Raiders and tallied 2 points. Congratulations on a good career, Jacob.
Thanks, coaches, for the kind words. I want to thank you guys right away for the great season, the opportunity I got to have, and the whole team had a great year thanks to you guys. I'd like to thank my parents for always supporting me all these years as a mite, and now as a senior, bringing me everywhere that I need to go. I want to thank my teammates for kind of putting the team on their back, having us have a great year this year again, and last year too. Do a great job. One of my favorite games was our first playoff game against Stevens Point. Got to contribute and help out the team to get that first big win to move on to Onalaska. One of my favorite memories through the year, which happened a ton from all the away games we won, was doing Herbert on the bus ride home. That was a blast. A message I have for underclassmen is to just enjoy your time here. It flies by a lot faster than you'll think, so just love every second of it, be in it, and never forget about it, really. So really, thanks Hudson Hockey Association, the high school, for giving me this opportunity and experience I could never have anywhere else.
Next guy up, number 10, Kyle Cowan. Silent, confident, and hardworking are the main attributes that come to mind for Kyle. He embraced his role wholeheartedly, and it showed at the end of the season. He's a 2-time letterman, a conference champion, a sectional champion. He played 31 games for the Raiders, tallied 4 points. Congratulations on a good career, Kyle.
Thank you, Coach. One thing I really enjoyed about this season, probably my favorite game overall this season, was our final game in Superior against them, because over the years there's always been such an intense rivalry between the two teams, and to finish it off on such a strong high note in their building was such a memorable way to go out, especially as a senior, just to finish it off there, and that was the final time seeing them, and it's a good thing to look back on. I thank coaches I've had both this most recent year and all throughout the past, because they really pushed me to grow as a player. Like definitely Coach Aaron, he pushed me a lot down on JV to become the player I am now. I came into high school hockey and I was a lot worse than I came out of it. That's definitely one thing I can say, and a lot of it is him and Coach Lockwood. Like as we transitioned then into the Drewiskis coaching, I think they did phenomenal for their first year, getting us all the way to the sectional finals, and just they really allowed me to grow more than I thought I would this year, but they didn't pressure me to. I had to do it on my own, and they made me want to get better myself. I want to say thank you to my parents for keeping me going within the sport. My dad started me young at like 3 or 4 years old, taking me to the rink in River Falls to teach me how to skate, and then in mites, I hated putting on the pads at home and getting in the car fully dressed to go to the rink, and I wouldn't even know anyone on the ice. But as the years went on, kind of started to know more people, turned into a family kind of. Like you learn names here and there that you'll see pop up later in your career, like in high school, and it really helps you out. I can think of a couple of times that my dad would drive me insane distances to play in some off-season teams, like over to Wisconsin Rapids when I was like a squirt to play in some summer league team, or down to Faribault just to be on the practice squad for a really good off-season team or something. But those memories just kind of all combined to create a big hockey experience that I'm glad I have in my life and I can look back on. And then I remember there was some games where I'd be at a rink in middle of Minnesota or something. I would forget some gear, and my mom, I'd have to call her and be like, "Hey, can you pick me up a new pair of breezers across the street from the rink?" And she'd be like, run them to me in the locker room before the game happens, or stuff like that. Just the moments when you'd forget your gear last minute, and the parents would have to save the day or stuff like that. So some advice I'd have to any underclassmen, young guys coming up is focus on the little things, work hard, do it day in, day out, because they're always watching. Anything you do is gonna help you. Any progress is positive progress, so just keep your nose down, keep grinding, eventually it'll pay off.
Number 11, Peyton Hansen, the tool man. He's got more tools in his box than Tim the Tool Man Taylor. I bet Davis is gonna cringe at that one. Peyton was an excellent leader and led by example first. He had one of the best careers in Hudson High School hockey history. He's a 4-time letterman, went to state 3 out of 4 years, a 3-time conference champion, a 3-time sectional champion, a state runner-up, let me catch my breath, a 2-time state champion, all-conference honorable mention, all-state honorable mention, all-conference first team, BRC Player of the Year, and first team All-State, and a 2019-2020 State Player of the Year finalist. He played 113 games, totaling 147 points, which puts him number 3 on the all-time scoring list in the history of Hudson High School hockey. Peyton, congratulations on a fantastic career.
Thanks, Coach. Hi, everyone. I know this is not the way I expected my final banquet to go. I'm sure all of you could agree with that. But I wouldn't want it to end without getting to say a few words. I would like to start by thanking Ken for putting all of this together, and not to mention everything else him and Todd have done for us throughout the rest of the season. I know my grandparents, along with many other friends and family, looked forward to listening to their play-by-play every game they streamed, and it truly meant a lot to me. Next, I would like to thank the coaches, Jake and Davis. They stepped up to the plate and dedicated their time and hard work to this team despite having families of their own. And I am beyond glad I was able to have them as my coaches and role models during my final high school hockey season. I would also like to thank Coach Aaron for being an anchor to the Drewski brothers and always keeping them in check on the bench and at practice. Next, I would like to thank my family. You guys have always been there for me, to support me, and always push me to be not only the best player, but also the best version of myself. To my parents, thank you for supporting my dreams on and off the ice, and for also teaching me that it's not always about winning and losing, but the life lessons you learn and the memories that you create along the way. To Tanner and Riel, you guys have always been the best role models for me to look up to, and it was always nice getting those texts after my games from both of you, knowing you were there with me and supporting me the whole time, despite not being able to attend every game. And last but not least, to the boys, thank you for making it so easy to be your captain and for giving me the best senior year possible. Thank you for creating many memories and a brotherhood that will last a lifetime, and for coming to the rink physically and mentally prepared to give it your all day in and day out. All of the stupid little locker room talks and memories will be what I miss most, and I want you all to cherish it for the years to come. Your hard work and dedication is what push me every day to try and better myself as well as you guys at the same time. Hockey for me is much more than just a sport. I've gained some of my closest friends and a family that I knew I could always depend on to lift my spirits up no matter how low they were. Hudson hockey will forever be a major part of my life that I will forever cherish and wouldn't change for the world. Thank you.
It's kind of hard to follow up Peyton, but that doesn't mean anything, doesn't sell this next guy short at all. Number 20, Blake Mueller. Blake took some massive strides on and off the ice over the past 2 seasons. His versatility was big for us this year. We asked him to play forward and defense, which is not always an easy thing to do when you come to the rink every day and you don't know what spot you're going to play in, and he handled that very well. He was always prepared for whatever we asked him to do. He's a letterman and a conference champion. He played 29 games and tallied 2 points for us. Congratulations on a good career, Blake.
Thank you, Coach. And I'd just like to first start off by thanking both of you and Davis for the incredible season that we had together. And this was also probably one of my best seasons here in Hudson growing up playing hockey I had. Not just of the group of guys we had, but the coaching staff. It was incredible. Like the way we were pushed to become better players every day, day in and day out was awesome. And I can't thank you guys enough for that. I'd also like to thank you for the opportunity you guys gave us on getting playing time. It wasn't unfair in any way. Everybody got a chance, so that was great. Yeah, I'd just like to give a big shout out to my parents who were there for me this whole hockey career I had. It was from the start to finish. The support you guys gave me I couldn't have asked for any support from anyone else. It was the best. Just for all you younger guys, just be prepared to work and not lose, because going forward, that can't happen. I'd have to say the playoff game against Onalaska, there were 2 student sections, which we don't normally have that for a high school hockey game, which was insane. Both were crazy, making chants, cheering, and all these crazy things. So that game alone just the student section alone made that game even better, and the game itself was insane as well. Some of the best team memories I had from this year were probably our bus rides. Any away games we had, just the bus ride on the way back, especially if we would come back off a win, was just the greatest feeling ever with the boys too. Growing up here was great. I had my dad become the tournament director. I'm not sure at one point, but then he ended up stepping into a bigger role as the rink director, I should say. And that was huge, having his perks, I guess, of being able to skate whenever. That was awesome. And just, I guess, growing up playing Hudson hockey was always the best hockey in this area. We'd always play Minnesota teams, and it was just always good competition. So that was nice.
On to number 21, Colton Prater. To sum up Colton in a few words, his compete level is through the roof. I think back to the River Falls game, even though he had an atrocious turnover, and that huge kid from River Falls, I think number 20, ran him over. I think it dislocated his shoulder, but he got up, skated off the ice, trainer saw him, and he instantly wanted to come back and play. So that compete level will serve you well when you go on to play D1 college soccer. He's a 3-time Letterman, a 2-time conference champion, a 2-time sectional champion, a state champion, all-conference honorable mention. He played 78 games for the Raiders and tallied 22 points. Congratulations on a great career.
Thanks, Coach. First off, I would like to thank the coaching staff for having me the past 4 years develop me into a great player, from not playing my freshman year to becoming a pretty big part of the team as a junior and senior. I would like to thank my parents, who always were there for me through mites all the way up until this past season as a senior, always getting me to work my hardest and supporting me a tremendous amount to every away game, to every home game, just always being there for me. I'd also like to thank my teammates for this great past year. A lot of guys I've played with since I was in mites. I became really good friends with them through all the years, and especially getting to play my last senior year with them was a great thing. This team this past season was very tight. There wasn't any cliques or anything like that. We all hung out, which created great team chemistry, which helps a hockey team a lot. It brings the team close, and at the end of the day, brings in wins. For me, a big part of this program was the coaching staff that we had throughout the years, starting off with Lockwood, who is a great coach and a great mentor for me. He always guided me through, and especially with him, Davis, and Jake, I really felt the compete level, not just amongst the team, but with them, bringing in compete level to the team, which I think I could really relate to them with. They always were hungry, and they always showed us what it meant to work our butts off and just do what we could to be the best team out there. Message to you younger guys that are going to be playing next year and years to come, I would say cherish every moment you get to be out on the ice. I know a couple of my friends that I've had since mites, like Harvey Dove, Peyton Hansen, James Fremling, Hunter Danielson, Sam Ross, a lot of those guys, Nolan Wagner, that I've played with my whole entire career. It's been a great time, and you'll cherish every moment of it as long as you live in the present and you take what you get out of it. You guys got to keep working hard. This is a successful program. You got great coaches, and I hope that loss to Chippewa at the end of the year still fuels you guys, and I hope you're using that, putting that in the back of your mind and working really hard this summer to be better than you were the past season.
Number 23, James Fremling, the glue guy. He made the locker room a fun place to be, always making sure everybody knows how good the Green Bay Packers are and making sure everybody knows how bad his sauce passes are. He took a massive step from his junior year to his senior year, a 2-time Letterman, a conference champion, a sectional champion, and first-team all-conference. He played 51 games and tallied 24 points. Congratulations on a good career for him.
Thanks, Coach. Well, first thing I want to start about is talking about like underclassmen, and what I think they should do is, for me personally, over the summer I worked really hard, and last year, my junior season, I didn't get much minutes, I didn't play a lot, and so I kind of like, everyone and I personally kind of thought that I was just going to have the same season senior year and not play a lot. But over the summer, I worked really hard with like some guys like Eric Oberlander over at MAP, Bryce Hamburg. And through that, I was able to earn like a starting position with Gibbs, Max Giblin, and, you know, started playing a lot more. So it doesn't matter where you're coming from, like junior gold, 4th line varsity, 2nd line, JV, this like whatever you put into it on the outside of it is what you're trying to get back into it. So I don't know, that's kind of like my first advice. And then the second thing I would say is be a better person off the ice than you are like on the ice. So on the ice, be like whoever you want to be, like tenacious, like Jillick, or if you want to be a nice guy like Kyle Cowan. But off the ice, just make sure you're getting your schoolwork in. You're like a role model for all the underclassmen, because soon enough you're going to be the upperclassmen and you're going to be standing here one day doing this. So that's kind of like one thing I want to make sure everyone kind of like puts in perspective, because that really helped me throughout my career, all the way from youth to here. I would just like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me throughout my whole career, and my little brother Nick. they just always were there for me, showing me what to do, and like being a good example of like how I should be as a person on and off the ice. I want to thank coaches, both Drewskis, Aaron Richard. You guys really helped me throughout this year become the person I am and player that I was like able to be. I also want to thank a lot of like my teammates, like Harvey, Hunter, Peyton, who else here? Mears, Cokes. It's like everyone, because it was really a team effort this year. Without like us being like as close as we were, I don't think we would have gotten as far as we did and like had much success. Like this year, like really with like Mears, for example, like I never really talked to him my junior year, and that was his first year as a freshman. Weren't really like too good of friends, but this year like we hung out a lot more. I had sleepovers, played Fortnite, and that was all fun. And I don't know, it's just great to have this group of guys around us, and I'm excited to see like what they do next year. I don't know, one of my favorite games was definitely in the Trio rink when you were playing Academy of Holy Angels. Definitely when that one kid tried tackling me and I got put in the box and I got the bigger penalty than him and he punched me in the head. I don't know, that was really fun because I remember Harvey, I dropped my stick and Harvey came out of nowhere with my stick and gave it to me. And I had the other kid's stick and I like threw it on the ice. Coach was not happy about that, but I don't know, I thought that was really fun because they're just super random and fun. But that kind of showed how we played throughout the year. We fought for everything. We didn't like take anything for granted. And I don't know, we just really wanted it.
To finish, number 25, Nolan Wagner. He's the 2019-2020 Hobie Baker High School Character Award recipient for our team. This award sums up Nolan as a person and a player. I don't have anything else to add besides that. Guy does everything we ask him to do. Never asks any questions, embraces his role, and performs at a high level. A 3-time Letterman, a 2-time conference champion, a 2-time sectional champion, and a state champion. He played 83 games and tallied 40 points. Congratulations on a great career, Nolan.
Thanks, Coach, for the award. Means a lot. You know, I've been going from defense to forward and back and forth, and just you keep on pushing me and telling me to work my best, and it'll all work out in the end. So thank you. Thanks for the award. I just want to start by thanking my mom and dad. Dad for, coaching me from squirts and up and bringing me to practice, and Mom for taking pictures from Bantams all the way through high school. It really means a lot to me and everyone else on the team. So thank you guys for everything you've done. And next I want to thank the boys. Always showing up, doing little games, having fun in the locker room. It's moments like that where that you want to cherish here. So it means a lot to you boys. Also, I want to thank the coaches, Coach Davis, Coach Jake. Coach Davis going from sophomore year defense and then switching to forward and really pushing me, and then switching back and forth. Always pushing me to be my best, having talks in the coach's room. And then Coach Jake really just sort of believing in me as a forward this year, and always pushed me to be my best also. So thank you, coaches. One thing I'll never forget is from playing Hudson hockey is the last game we had at home here, playing on Alaska and beating them in the playoffs. It was definitely a good way to go out here in Hudson, and scoring a goal that's always a good thing. So, and then one thing I want to say for the underclassmen and people coming up is time flies. Before I knew it, I was a sophomore, and now I'm a senior, and I'm out of here. So just cherish the little things, time in the locker room. We'll always work hard, because just in a blink of an eye, everything's gone and it's over. So just cherish the little things. Go Raiders!
To wrap it up for the seniors, guys, I just wanted to say thank you. You gave us everything you had this year. I know things didn't end the way you wanted it to, but let's remember the good times. Remember the way you found the program, the way you made it better, the way you gave everything you had every single day, the way that's going to shape you and help you moving forward in your future endeavors. So thanks again for everything that you did. It didn't go unnoticed. And always remember, you're welcome back here anytime.
To the underclassmen, first I would like to say welcome. I have a few important things to say to you guys. Number one, and most importantly, stay on top of your schoolwork. Do not let that be the reason you have to sit out. Secondly, you know what it takes to win. You have all been a part of winning programs and you know what it takes. Don't cut yourself short of what you believe needs to be done to exceed. You all know what you can do now. Go out and do it. And if everyone does that, that will create an unbeatable team and an even stronger bond. Doing things with each other will help you all become closer, and don't be afraid to invite someone who you normally don't hang out with. We are Raider Nation, and together we are stronger.
Hey, it's Ken and Todd from RaidersStreaming.com and the River Channel. I'd like to say a couple thanks from us to you guys. The Blue Line Club, you guys do a ton for the program. Appreciate all the help with Raiders Streaming and the team. All the parents out there that, we've heard some of the seniors talk tonight about how important the parents are in that equation that is getting kids to hockey and making it happen. And you and I both know from having some hockey kids, there's a lot to that. So hats off to the parents, seniors and coaches. What a great season that we had. I mean, Todd and I have a lot of fun in the booth, as you guys know, but you help it make a lot of fun. I mean, talk about another great year from a great Hudson Raiders team. Ton of memories over this season, Hess.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to the coaches and all the parents, because the coaches, have done a really good job at making access available to us as we, try to come and prepare for these games. And thanks to the parents and the Blue Line Club, like you said, that done, fantastic work and just making this whole thing a lot of fun. And to the seniors, we wish you guys all the luck. And we'll be thinking about you as you go on to your careers in college and whatnot. And looking forward to this next year. We've got another batch of Raider hockey players that are going to be, ready to step up and carry on the tradition of Raider hockey, which is, excellence. And I'm looking forward to it.
I'll tell you, I'm going to make a mention of a quick game that was one of my faves this year. So we road trip out to Wausau, Hess and I do. And I'll tell you, the booth that we were in, it was like a chicken coop almost that we're sticking our heads out. We're literally leaning over the ice to watch the game. Couldn't see either corner hardly. But what a great W by this Raider team. That was one of my faves. Not to put you on the spot. It seems like I always do.
Yeah.
You got a fave for me?
There was a lot of really fun games. Beating Superior a couple times this year was a lot of fun, and that's always been a great rivalry. But I love the progress and the progression of the team, and how they got better. And the Schwann's Cup, winning in the gold division was a huge deal, and just all the hard work and dedication that the kids put into the program. They've set a really good example to what Raider hockey is all about. And it started with, Brooks and what he's developed here. And now the Driskys are taking it to another level. And it's just fantastic. So what a great transition between that era to Jake and Davis and the rest of the coaches and what they've done. And so it was a fantastic year. Yeah, we were one game away from making it to state, but fantastic year, and it was a lot of fun.
I'll tell you, you can count on us being back next year for another great season of Raider hockey. I want to say thanks to you for being a great wingman all year. You're a fun guy to hang out with in the booth. I always tell my friends, I get to hang out, talk hockey, every couple nights during the week. So thanks for being a good wingman.
Hey, thanks for having me. I look forward to another year of Raider hockey here.
Ken and Todd saying we'll see you next year.
To wrap it up here, thanks everyone for attending the 2019-2020 Hudson Boys Hockey Virtual Banquet. Obviously, I wish I could have seen everybody in person, shook everybody's hand, gave out some hugs, shared a water or two with everyone. But I hope you're having fun at home, soaking this all in, telling stories. enjoying each other's company. Let's make sure we have a great summer of training, and I'll see everybody at the rink.
You say good luck next year, and he goes, "Let's go, boys." All right, what are we saying? What's up, boys? Miss you guys. Good luck next year. And then Hunter goes, "Let's go." What's up, boys? You gotta say after the point.
Right points.
What's up, boys?
I'll go
miss you guys.
Sup,
Good luck
boys.
next
Miss
year.
you guys. Good
Wait,
luck
do I need to
next
say
year.
something?
Yeah, you say "Sup, boys, miss," or "Sup, boys, miss you guys."
Got it.
And then you don't say "Good luck next year." You say "Let's go, boys." All right. Sup, boys? Miss you guys. Good luck next year.
Let's go, boys.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, Dove. Harvey scores! Harvey scores! 2-on-1.
Dove.
Here we go. He's got Dove. Floats it
Yes!
over. Dove scores! Dove
Yes!
scores! Nice little feed over there to number 22.
Oh! Hamburg!
Hamburg!
Rattling the pipe.
Good things happen when you do that. Fed one-timer.
There it is! Tip
Goal by
over!
Wagner! Yeah.
Look at that play. Come on, Bauer!
Oh, man!
Bauer!
Really putting on a clinic. Speaking of clinics, here's Peyton Hansen. This
Oh,
is
nice feed.
the Hansen Clinic.
Yeah!
Tries to feed it out to Mears. Looks for the wraparound. Comes in late. Shot!
There it is!
Score!
Yes!
Hudson with the
Parrott!
goal. Neutral zone, but
Nice
Hunter helps him out.
pass.
Nice pass over to Harvey.
There we go!
Harvey down.
Beauty!
Buries the biscuit. What an
Harvey!
absolute beautiful play by HHS. They go tick, tack, and toe. Times. Baker shot.
Yes!
Scored. Baker, top shelf. What a beauty. Tigers player.
Look at this.
2-on-1. Here we go. He's got Maurer with him. Hansen tries to go.
Yeah!
Buries it.
Bauer
Two
picking up the
for-
loose change.
Keeps it
Nice
in.
pass.
Kokendorfer with it. Kokendorfer
Yes!
shoots. Scores.
Coker!
Beersy, let's see what he can do. Works his way around that guy. No
Oh,
problem.
baby!
Short-handed.
Mears! Oh, Parrott!
This one up. Quick shot. High circle.
Oh, glove
save.
ripper.
Hey, Ripper. Bum,
Love
bum,
that.
bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Dun, dun, dun. That's the A-Team song,
I remember it.
right?
Hell yeah.
Hansen. Hansen's got Maurer.
There it is, Hansen!
Hansen.
The professor.
Taking him to school. That's in. Dove picks this one on up. Nice.
Oh,
Nice
easy.
feed.
Easy.
Wow, what a great goal. Kyle Cowan.
Cowan.
The email.
Hamburg! Top
Hamburg!
shelf!
Round one, trying to get Harvey sprung. He's got Dove. There's Dove in the middle. Dove.
Oh, 5-hole, baby!
Across to Giblin. Giblin walks around one. Had a guy
Oh!
in front. Shot.
Yeah!
Score!
You betcha!
Fremlin.
Fremlin!
Now feeds it on over to the professor. Professor on in.
Got
Hansen
him.
in.
Yes! Yes!
Hansen! On across to Fremlin. Fremlin makes the blue line here. Quick shot.
Ooh.
Nice blocker. Oh my goodness! Out of mid-air! You got to be kidding me. Call ESPN. That was unreal. Nice blocker.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. He
Jeez.
shuffled that one right out front. Got on the save though. Ripper. Unbelievable. Back on it. Little battle away. Hansen comes away with it. Hansen.
Yeah, Hattie!
Shelfer! Woo! The hat trick! Hansen putting on a clinic. Ross with it now. Ross looks. Fell over. Oh my
baby!
goodness. What in the heck? Let's get a close up on that. Oh, Hunter walks his guy. Yeah. Mears smooth shot. Quick.
Yeah! Picking up the loose change, Wagner!
There's Prater again. Shot.
There it is!
Boom. Wagner, I believe, got that one in. Matty. Wags back to him.
There it is!
Sniper!
Wow, bar down. Hat trick for Wags.
Oh yeah! Party all the time! Woo! Now, Hanson out high. Oh my goodness, Hanson, the professor putting on a
Yeah,
and
baby!
he shoves it.
Told ya!
For Wagner and Mearsey. Wags with it, shot, little flipper. Oh my goodness! Hanson, nice little pass from Duff. Hanson, turbochargers on. Hanson, goal! Again with it, number 5 goes over the blue line. He's got Maurer with him. Hunter cuts towards the net. Oh yeah, Hamburg cleaning her up. Off the dasher, can't do it. Koch spins. Oh, still loose. Mears shot, score! Woo! Far side with it now, Dove. Nice chip over to Hanson, catches him in stride. Hanson! Whoa, the hat trick for Hanson! He's number 16, I believe that's Jillick over there. Nice pass over to Wagner. Woo-hoo! Over to Hanson, Hanson back to Giblin. Giblin one time. Boom!
Yes!
Giblin drills it back in the net.
Beautiful.
Woo! To it here. Bremer shot. Little wide. Oh!
Beautiful!
Woo! Wagner cleans it up. Ross on in, back to Hanson. Woo! Oh my goodness! Wow! Are you kidding me? Absolute snipe on the backhand.
Getting goals on the power play, so I think
Over
that's going
to
to be
Coke,
key.
shot off the pipe. Out front, Wagner buries the biscuit, and Hudson draws first blood. Big hits behind the play there, back in the corner. Harvey Dove with it now. Nice sauce on over to Ross.
Wow.
Ross kicks this one up to the stick. He's got Hanson. Hanson out front. Hanson in the net through the fire. What a play! So another face-off in the mystery corner over here. Quick shot in the net. Giblin over the red line. Whoop! Into the zone. Here's Giblin past everybody. Quick lap. Giblin feeds it out front. Woo! James Fremley. Giblin, Hanson on into the zone. Hanson. Wow! Our guest today on the intermission. Oopsie daisy. Harvey. Boop, boop, boop. The dangler. Boop, boop, boop. Puts it in. Boop, boop, boop. I was watching my. Oh, it's in the net. The goal. 2-on-1. Here we go. Hamburg and Hunter. Shot. Yes. Goal. Hunter Danielson nets one. Stanky's combination has been figured out by Hunter Danielson. Last change, obviously, for the Abes on theirs.
Yeah!
Boom!
Whoa!
Woo!
We've got ourselves a ball game
Bremer
here.
buries the biscuit. It's a 1-goal game. The old Abes don't know what hit them right now. Coming out with right now, and you know, Gibby, you mentioned it a little bit about our goal. Oh my goodness! Hunter Danielson absolutely annihilates. Loose in front. Wow! Meyer didn't even see that one. Blocker save. Woo!
Meyer with the save of the
Huge positional
night.
save
Wow.
by Meyer. Hanson with it now. Hanson out front. Hanson scores! What an answer by Hudson! Yeah! Booyah! You can kiss the baby! Big goal! Now, Hanson goes up high, drops it back. Giblin looks. Yeah! Goal! Woo! Gibby blows it up over at the student section. Seconds to go. They'll ditch it back out to the point. Good stick by Kokendorfer. Kokes! Oh, he gets it outside the zone. Woo! Kokendorfer, one effort. Off to the races. Kokes with it. Yeah! Goal! Short-handed. Kokendorfer! Catch Dove. Working it in on the glove side. Over to Dove. Dove shoots. Yes! Score!
Wow!
Harvey Dove. Wow, they found him that time. Mears on up to Ben Parent. Trying to hit Mears back. Coke loose!
Yeah! Kokendorfer!
That's it!
Ooh, yeah!
Kokendorfer! On up to Harvey Dove. Harvey the dangler! Woo! Look at this kid go. He's putting on a clinic out there. Harvey's got him going every which way.
Yeah!
Harvey Dove!
Yes!
That
if you're spashed, but here we
Here
go.
we go.
Breakaway,
Mears off
Mears!
to the races. Mears right down the middle. Worsma.
Yes!
Boom! Mearsy lights the lamp. The Gatorade bottle goes flying. Woo! Races. He had one last game. Cokes again. Gets hooked.
Oh, yeah!
To the net.
Yeah!
To the net.
Baby!
Kokendorfer short-handed. Woo!
baby! Way to go, kid!
For Stevens Point, he, really kept them around tonight. It could have been much, much worse. Giblin goes cross ice now.
Beautiful.
It's Sam Ross. They feed it over to Hanson.
Come on.
Hanson makes
Right
it
away.
Shot!
Yeah!
Oh, it's in it! It's in it! Huge rebound!
The team!
Harvey Dub! Booyah! And on
Hamburg
the
in
draw,
there.
Hamburg back in there, number 22. Shot! Oh, another one! Holy cow! Giblin lights the lamp from the blue line! Out there wreaking havoc as always, the Dangler. Nice job.
look at
Look
Ross.
at Ross going to
Come
work.
on!
Shot! Score! Yes! Harvey Dub! Really good hockey. Hanson over the blue
Here we
line.
go.
Hanson in
Come
alone.
on,
Hanson! Shot!
Yeah,
Score!
boy!
Hanson! Hanson! What a Cokes. Cokes back up to Prater. Then Parent will work on it. Quick shot!
Yeah, baby!
Net! You can kiss the baby!
One-timer!
Wagner with a one-timer! Come on now! Woo!